I ask myself a lot, what is a day off? Okay, first of all, I know that, a lot of people outside of Korea, and I know and Sam know the name Musiqsoul Child, but just for a lot of Korean fans and maybe people who are just hearing about you for the first time, the name Musiqsoul Child. Right. Could you tell us a little bit about where it came from?
Music found me, the name, music found me just as well as I found it. I acquired the name, so to say, through reputation, through singing around town in Philadelphia, through hanging around musicians, through beatboxing for MCs and the rappers, the local rappers in the city, for just being always, my name is always associated, or my face and me, I'm always associated with people having something to do with music in some form. So in the city of Philadelphia, in the circles that I would, frequent, so to speak, I, like I said, established a reputation for myself, and people just started calling me, "Oh, you're that dude, that music kid, you always got your headphones on, and you always, in the crowd, whenever there's music playing or wherever somebody's singing or rapping, like you're always in the middle of it." So I just started introducing myself as music. I'm the music kid. You can just call me music. And when people started saying, "Okay, music," and I would look at them like, "You're really gonna call me music? Like you're really gonna do that?" I was just, riffing on you, but you're really gonna do it. And then when people took it seriously, I said, that's actually a pretty cool idea. And I just started literally introducing myself as music, and then that kind of snowballed. Soul Child actually was the name that I wanted to name myself. So I had my well, at the time there were delusions of grandeur. However, it became true, so I can scrap that. When I had my dreams and aspirations of being, successful in music, I never really perceived myself as like a star or like this big mega super thing, I just always wanted to be successful in music in one way or another, whether it was on stage under the bright lights and things like that, or whether it was writing or producing or just singing background or singing in a group or whatever the case may be. I just wanted to be successful in music because I was so passionate about it. But Soul Child was the name that, I think everybody has that, those thoughts and ideas. Okay, when I become big, this is going to be my name. Yeah. That the name was Soul Child for me. So when things started to fall into play, I was like, okay, so I want to sign on as Soul Child. But my managers at the time were like, but dude, you already established yourself as music. Mm-hmm. So what about the people that know you as music? Are you gonna isolate them, or you're gonna confuse them? Mm-hmm. So one thing led to another, and we just, took the next step. Thank you. We just took the next step. Oh, excuse me. Can I have some more honey, please? One more? No, like 3 or 4 more. Yeah. Thank you. I like a lot of honey. Sweet tooth. Yeah. I lost my voice a couple of days, so I'm giving myself some self-medication. I'm self-medicating. Yeah. So we just took the natural progression, the next step, which would be to put the two together. So the people that knew me as music, they would know that, hey, he finally made it, and I would have an opportunity to introduce the Soul Child idea. The interesting thing about this name, though, is that they both have different. They have different purposes, so to speak. They come from different mindsets. I just threw them together as like a quick fix of a certain situation. But these two names have two different concepts. And if you notice, between the second and the third album, I didn't feel as though the Soul Child part of the name was being honored, really. So I kind of like put it, I was like, okay, let me put this over here somewhere. And let's just focus on the music thing. But see, that created another problem. People were saying, hey, so what did you do? You just dropped the Soul Child? Is it just music? People will come up to me and say, hey, music, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to call you. I'm like, no, it's not that deep. It's okay. Yeah, I'm still the same guy. It's just that I was attempting to do something, but it got lost in translation. So around the album, my fourth album, Love and Music, I just brought it back just to remind people it's still Musiqsoul Child. It's just that you guys are not really getting the accurate representation of it. So until I can find the platform where I'll be able to do it justice in the way of really explaining what the purposes were behind the name or are behind the names, I'll just go along with it according to you, the way that you know. And eventually in the future, when I am able to do that, then you'll be like, oh, I get it now, you know.